Yo, yo, yo.
Yo, yo, what's up?
Full house.
5 cards.
Full house, not enough mics. We're gonna do this as we can. We're introducing Kamila, Jay, Father Greg, Paul, yeah, whatever.
And yourself.
And myself, Marcin, yeah.
Welcome to the podcast.
Yeah, welcome all to the
Welcome
podcast.
all to the
welcome
podcast.
back, Father Greg.
Yeah, welcome back, Father Greg.
He doesn't have a mic, but Paul's just gonna do one of these.
He's now a famous star, right?
It's all right.
We're gonna make him go viral again.
yeah, exactly. That's the point. That's my worry. So,
Hey, the mic's still picking you up.
Don't think they can hear you. They can hear you.
The secret microphone is recording you at this point.
No, we should. I didn't think about this earlier, but we should have, guys, one of those microphones they put like in the office, the conference ones.
Oh, like an owl?
But the thing is that it's not very clear at picking up everybody talking, right?
I also got here 5 minutes before we started recording, so I don't think I'd have enough time to set that up.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, it's all right.
You could have put the microphone in the red Solo cup like they do with the
It would've
coffee
been-
cups on like Impractical Jokers. You know what
We
I'm
would
talking
have
about?
had we would have had a real good echo
Yeah.
here, dude. Yeah, but welcome to the show. So I was talking to Kamila a while ago, and we were talking because Father Greg was obviously from the church, and Kamila works at the church, and now she also works for Modell Funeral Home, right?
Yeah, Modell'd
Yes.
family.
Yep.
So you are the younger son of
Rich.
Yep.
Rich.
Yep.
who-
So my dad and I. I'm the youngest of 3, so I have an older brother, an older sister, and I'm the third of the bunch here. So yeah, he's sitting right over there. But yeah. So
Yeah. For those that don't know, Rich is sitting. He's waving at us.
he
but
just didn't want to be on camera. Yeah.
he says he has a radio face or something
Yeah,
like that.
that's what he claims. So we'll let him do whatever he wants. But
He pays the bills. So
that is also true. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie about that one. So yeah, whatever he tells me to do, I pretty much do. Yeah, that's kind of how this one
you're
works.
getting
you're
on
in
this
ch-
you're getting on this
Yeah,
podcast,
yeah,
and that's
yeah.
it.
So you're in charge, but not fully in charge.
Yeah, he's still around pretty much all the time. So yeah, I mean, one way or the other, pretty much either him or I are taking care of things. Obviously, if it's Polish, that's where kind of Kamila comes into play here. So it's a team effort for sure.
How long have you been doing this for?
What have I been in the business now full time for like 11 years, 12 years? So
Okay.
yeah, but even when I was in college, high school, I would help out on funerals, things like that.
I would say before that, your dad probably took you on funerals before even you had
well,
your
yeah,
license.
So, I mean, where the funeral home is, our house is connected to it. So I've been around the business
Oh,
pretty
really?
much. Oh, yeah. So not a lot of people know that, I guess. Yeah, so...
I feel like
that's cool.
other funeral homes have done that though.
Well, so our original location, which is at 57 Pulaski, there was an apartment above. So that's where...
What was the? It was Modell, right?
Yeah,
At
yeah,
that time,
so-
I think my girlfriend used to go there to hang out with. I don't know if it was Sylvia or she's just gonna correct me when she sees this, but
Okay, you better not say anything.
I don't know. I just,
Yeah,
Was
he's
she
gonna
hanging
just
out
stop
with
talking
Jay?
now.
no,
Yeah.
I just remember she said she was hanging out with her cousin, I think is what it was.
Okay.
And she was like running around, and then she ran downstairs and just found somebody like prepping a body for
Yeah,
a
we try to
funeral.
keep people away
Oh
from
my
that,
God.
but yeah,
And
it's not
I
for
don't know how
everybody
old
to
she
see.
was. I'm like, I feel like that's traumatizing, but
Probably for people who aren't used to it, you know what I mean. But I grew up around it, so for me, it's kind of like second nature, kind of, I guess.
You get used to it. You grow
Yeah.
into it.
So
technically, right?
you know, for my older brother, he lived above the funeral home a little bit longer than I did. We moved out when I was like 1. We moved out to Clarendon Hills, but even when I was a kid,
yeah.
I was always with him some capacity, so I would go down to work with him. Hey Buds, I don't know if you guys remember that restaurant that was right down on 56th and Pulaski. They had the best fries ever.
What is it called?
Hey Buds.
Buds.
Yeah.
56th
You
and
don't remember
Pulaski.
that? All right. It was long gone.
It is-
Somebody drove a car right through the window there, and then it became a
must have-
Mexican restaurant.
Yeah.
That
right
must have
after,
been a
so-
long time ago.
Yes,
then.
I was still a kid, but even Tasty Freeze, I would go down and work with my dad all the time. So I spent a few times up in that apartment. So I mean, I still remember what it looks like. But yeah, then we moved out to Homer. The house is connected to it, so I grew up around the
Okay.
business. So I would help out in high school, college on funerals. I would run. This was before everything was online. We would have to go get the doctors to sign the death certificate in person. I got to go be that person to go do that and sit there and wait for them in high school, and it would be hours. You'd sit there in a doctor's office waiting for them to sign. So, yeah, I always kind of knew I would be going into the business at some point. But
Did you ever drive the hearse without your license?
no. Yeah, I don't like driving the hearse. I do not.
Why?
You know, because people look at you and they just like they'll do a double take, triple take. They'll like look at you all weird. I've been flipped off in the hearse many times. Oh yeah.
I can see why. I mean, to be fair, I've
It's
never
bizarre.
flicked anybody off.
Yeah,
you
I don't know. It
but
was bizarre. I very remember on 63rd Street when I was going down to Pulaski one morning right by the airport.
Oh,
Some
man.
dude just
Oh, I'm
ripped-
sure it
just
was
flipped
just-
me off. I'm like, all right, this is how we're starting this day off.
somebody's laying on the horn the whole entire time.
7:15 in the morning. We're just gonna get flipped off. That's fine.
I
you
don't
know?
mind it because as a woman, guys take double or triple looks. Like, are you
Oh, do you drive
kidding
it
me?
too?
Yeah.
Ah,
She's
okay.
gonna drive by your house one day.
I'm just curious. I didn't know. You know, I knew you were the bridge between church and
So she's fully dedicated to the job.
Yeah, clearly.
She does every. So
Yeah, A to B.
So tell us what you do at the funeral home. Obviously, you run most of it along with your dad. I was going to ask you before actually. Are your other siblings involved in this business or no?
No. So my brother is a finance broker, and then my sister's a lawyer. So my brother lives in
well,
Arizona.
people to know.
Yeah. My brother lives in Arizona, so he's pretty happy down there. He's very much business-like. No disrespect to him, but he wouldn't. No, he's great at what he does. Like he's very motivated, but in terms of kind of dealing with the public, he probably would not be able
Yeah.
to.
Oh,
do
you're
this.
saying he's not as much of a people person?
That's one way of putting it. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. I mean, we see all sorts of different people, right? And you just
Yeah,
got to
yeah.
be able to
True.
kind of be kind of like a chameleon, I sort of suppose, in
It's
terms
just-
of
it's just-
dealing with people.
It's a more complicated way of saying it's a sales job.
Yes and no. I mean, you just got to be able to kind of
Customer
read
service.
people.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
got to be able
true.
to read people and kind of be able to deal with a different group of people every time that you sit down with people.
Yeah,
Everyone's
yeah.
different.
Clean
So-
slate every time, right?
But yeah.
So first of all, tell us where it's at.
Yeah, so it's at the address is 12641 West 143rd Street, right across the street from the White Castle there, on one block east of Bell Road. So that's how I tell people where we are. You
I know
know,
exactly
White
where that
Castle,
is.
obviously.
I know
Yeah.
exactly where that is.
Yep,
right
yeah,
next to
exact-
Culver's.
Yep. Everything that has been built
Depending on the
pretty
day
much.
and the time of the day,
Yeah.
I might hit up one of those too.
Every fast food place known to man, except for Portillo's and Chick-fil-A, is right down the street from
Yeah,
us. Except
yeah.
for Wendy's, which is closed apparently. So
Chili's
and
closed too, yeah.
So,
I
but
don't
yeah,
know why.
we're
I
right
like
there.
Chili's.
Yeah, we've been there since 1994. So, yeah, 93.
Three.
There you go. I was 3 years old
Corrected.
at the time.
Thank you, Rich.
I'll throw this on.
I was
the-
born in 1990. Give
I'll
me
throw,
some slack
I'll throw
here.
this on the screen, right?
Yeah, that's us. There you go.
there you go.
So-
I'll throw that on the screen.
Yep.
There's a phone number.
There
And
it
Richard
is.
J. Modell Funeral Home and Cremation.
Who's this Richard guy?
Yeah, that's the head honcho over there. That's
So-
see, he can name the business after himself. That's how much he's in charge. I get the one J, which we share that name. It is James, so I have his middle name as my first name. So
Oh, so,
technically, I'm,
so you're James.
yeah, that is the
Okay.
formal name, but nobody calls me that unless I'm kind of like in
trouble.
Yeah, and that's when the middle name.
So
gets
Kamila
taken, I'll
knows.
tell you. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, when people
must
call
be
me
a sub-
James, sometimes it throws me off a little bit. Like, what are you talking about? Oh yeah, that's right. That's my name.
My legal name.
Yeah. that's the-
So, how did you get involved with this, Kamila? Obviously, you worked there as well. You work with the church where Father Greg is the pastor at Mother of Good Counsel.
Yeah, I was gonna say what church?
I was gonna say Goraski, but that was gonna.
Not that again,
don't
please.
start this again.
It just keeps coming back to me.
Can you guys-
It's
can
a
you
good
guys-
thing that funeral home is an English funeral home because obviously in Polish it's a different word, and that's what I just kept.
Kept wording, yes.
Don't put that.
Don't push above it.
Yeah, exactly. So it starts with P's. Both start with P. So those throw me off. Anyway, so yes, tell us about your journey there and how you got into it and what do you do and how is the church connected with the funeral home.
I started off getting a bachelor's in biology and a minor in chemistry, was going into optometry. Optometry school sort of happened and sort of not. COVID hit. And then a professor at St. Xavier, which I had dissection with, and I also had anatomy with. She's like, "You're really good at this. Have you thought about mortuary school?" No idea what that word even meant. She explained. I was
Not
like,
for everybody.
exactly. I said to her, I'll put it as a solid plan B. Plan B became A, and then I went to mortuary school where Jay also went. Worsham College. It's in Wheeling. It's been quite the drive, but I made the drive 1 year. It's a 1 year program. They don't have the 1 year program anymore, which was very fast paced. You finish your degree, you have an apprenticeship 1 year, and then you are licensed funeral director. You of course have to pass your boards, both science and arts.
Where in Wheeling is it? I used to work in Wheeling.
Wheeling's pretty
God,
big, Marson.
It,
What are the
isn't
two-
it?
what
I
are
would
the
have
two
to
main
look up
roads?
the
What are the
address
two
for you,
main roads up
honestly.
there?
I work Milwaukee, Willow.
Willow.
I just know it's like 10 minutes away from Buffalo Grove High School.
Okay,
Cause that-
you know where the airport was?
Yeah.
I used to work on that airport
Okay.
for
It's
4
a
years.
little bit away
I
from
used to
that.
make that
No.
drive. I
I
took
can't
that drive
Oh
for
my
four
God.
years.
Holy. Okay, so you understand my pain
The
that I had
commute,
to
yeah.
went through.
And I drove a manual.
Marson,
Oh, Jesus.
Marson thought he was a pilot at the time.
Switching gears, but in the car.
Hey, what do you want me to do?
You're doing your
the
job,
bills,
right?
Paid the bills.
Yeah, well,
you
that
know?
is what it is. So
So then I got an apprenticeship at Kaminsky Funeral Home, and from there I met Father Greg during a family party of my friends, a baptism. Got to talking, and yeah, kind of converged my way towards Homer Glen and working with the Modell'd family.
because you obviously don't live here.
No, I
had
do
this
not.
Conversation before,
Yes.
so you do a long drive to Homer Glen to be doing a job out here.
But I absolutely love it. I love working with this family. They're family friendly. They treat me like family. They treat everybody coming through the doors as family.
We don't pay her to say that.
Yes, they do not. Full disclosure, they do not.
Oh, that's a good thing,
Yeah.
right? That's a good thing.
I mean, yeah, that's good.
you don't
Just
have to
got good
force her
things
to say certain
No.
things.
Camilla, next thing
Try
you're
not
gonna,
to.
next thing you're gonna say is that you also play the piano in
Oh,
over
God,
there.
Not musically talented.
Nah, she plays the tools that cut people open.
Well, but like Kaminsky's like that's messed up, Paul.
Oh my
I was
gosh.
gonna say because like at Kaminsky's like the main guy over there also plays the piano over there,
Yeah.
right? So I was like, maybe she picked up a thing or two.
I'm just joking with the.
We've heard every joke that there is.
I'm sure you
Whatever
did.
you're
I'm sure you
saying.
did. I'm sure. It's
Usually
definitely a one type of. It takes a certain person to do that kind of job.
Number one
Yeah.
question is always, is the funeral home haunted? Have you seen, heard things? Those are the usual questions
say
when I
yes.
tell them.
I
No.
would just say yes.
I mean, I've heard some stuff in the house before. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
Yeah.
there's definitely.
Oh, even if I didn't, I would just still say yes.
you hear some noises every once in a while. Like, was it 9 years ago we had the house fire? Right? Yeah. So we had a house fire 9 years ago. It was just like we have a field in the back of the house, and a mouse got in the house, bit through a lamp cord, and caught the couch on fire at like 2 a.m. This is a true story. I swear to God.
It sounds very weird.
So we were home, and my mom was too. Fire alarm didn't go off. Nothing went off. So he wears one of those CPAP machines for sleep apnea. So my Papa Tony was a Chicago firefighter, my mom's dad. And he just woke up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, smelled the fire.
Yeah.
And my Papa Tony passed away, like 10 years before that or so. So just like kind of divine type thing.
Right.
Intervention.
Oh, okay. Yep.
And then
You let him know.
when the house got rebuilt, this is a true story. I swear I couldn't make this up. On my birthday, so May 24th, and I was born at like 3 something in the morning, the smoke detector battery went off like right at the exact same time. So like you tell me that's not weird at all,
Right.
right? So, you kind of believe in that stuff. You hear enough families kind of talk about things. That
I believe
happen in
there's
funeral
ghosts, right?
homes,
Right?
too.
There's there ghosts.
They are ghosts.
Yeah. Are they? They're
So,
souls.
I
right?
tell
They're
people that
souls.
story though. A lot of people probably won't believe that, but I swear to God, that's true.
Bro-
Yeah.
Jay, we want people to come to our funeral home, not to avoid it, please.
But that's the house part. That's the house, not the
Yeah,
funeral
we can't
home.
go there. It's on.
Yeah. But that's the house portion of it. Not the. But I haven't heard anything since. So
my
they're-
one
they're-
story. My one story was I was sitting in the kitchen and my microwave turned on for 15 minutes. That was the time. It was 15 minutes out of nowhere.
Crazy.
I had so many different experiences. I 100% believe there's ghosts out there.
I believe there's
I mean, I believe it too. I just haven't heard or
I've had
saw
an
anything.
out of body experience once, which that was weird. I swear to God, I feel like my soul came out of my body and just watching myself sleep. It was weird. All right.
That's called lucid dreaming, Paul.
Whatever it was, it felt very real. All right, I don't know how to get back in. That was the hard part. You just lay down. Just
Ask Father Greg. It might be a sign.
I don't know how much he knows, but how much do you know about this stuff?
Supernatural.
Yeah.
Well, it exists, and so some people do get to see ghosts or souls of people who are around because they have some purpose. Maybe they need some prayers.
Well, doesn't the Catholic Church have a whole department for exorcism and such?
Well, that's talking about the devil,
Yeah.
And
we know that was real.
possessions, but that's different, But there's stories about people who have seen other people come back, like Pope Gregory the Great, my namesake. He was a Benedictine superior, and there was a monk who died, and he came back to him asking for prayers because Benedictines take a vow of poverty, and that monk had some gold against the rules, so he had to be prayed for, and Pope Gregory, that was the abbot Gregory at that point. He wasn't pope yet. He said he had 30 masses said, Gregorian masses. That's where it comes from, and he was released from purgatory.
Wow.
So things happen. That's why this is also important. The Polish podcast. I've said this. Make sure that you have prayers set. You have masses said. And funeral home can help you with that. And Kamila working in both places can facilitate both.
Correct. You could give me intentions at the funeral. I'll take them to the church, or you could vice versa. Wherever you see me, I'll take the intentions.
That's what we pay her for, not to say
God damn it! I'm getting paid from all these sides, but I just don't see the money.
I warned you.
Yeah. Next thing you know, people are gonna say we're getting paid or something.
No.
As we say, we donate our time for this, so the donation is what it is. But so then, obviously, you work with the church, you work with the funeral home, so it's easy for you to converge things together, make things easier for everybody else. Obviously, when there's a funeral going on, it's a hard time for the family, and it makes things easier if someone can handle it without intervening too much, I guess you could say, right? I mean, here's the family says this is what we need, yada yada. You take care of the rest, right? All the other stuff. So, as Father Greg said, there's certain people that have been going to church, for years and years and years, and then let's say they have family that doesn't. They don't go to church, they don't attend church, and they don't even realize that the parents went to church. So nobody knew that there was, that they would want to have.
Should do.
That they would want to have a mass, when they die, right, when they pass. So that's part of a conversation more of the will, like writing the will and getting that kind of stuff in order.
That conversation also comes up during arrangements, when Jay, Rich, or I sit down. Do you know what the wishes were of your loved one? And then kind of it gets them thinking, maybe this is what we should do because this is what dad or mom would have wanted to do.
Yeah.
Yes, we have other beliefs, but this is what they would want.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. You're burying them for them, not for yourself, I guess. For yourself, so that you have a place to go visit them when they're gone, right? But if they had different intentions, like you cremate, right, or bury,
Absolutely.
or give me a mass, or don't give me a mass, or whatever else the situation. Give me a metal cask, not a wood one, stuff like that. I mean,
hey, our Polish people, we love the wooden caskets.
I mean, that's what I'm gonna want.
There you go.
I think you got a little
one
while
thing
to wait
down.
for that one.
Yeah. Well, I hope.
Unless your girlfriend didn't like what you had to say about 20 minutes ago, and then she might put you in one.
The crazy part is she's probably the first one to watch this thing in its entirety, and
See, you better be
she's gonna be
careful.
correcting me the whole time because her aunt Donna is gonna she probably knows everything from Donna, so she's gonna know everything that she's like. Yeah,
Absolutely.
you've been completely wrong the entire time.
well, I don't know nothing about funeral homes. All I know is I've been there too many damn times, and that's it. So, but like I was saying earlier, it takes a specific kind of person to do that kind of job, right? I mean, now for you guys, like you were saying earlier, it's second nature to be around, this kind of situation. For me, it'd be
It's awkward. You're
awkward,
You're dealing
sure.
with grief. You
Yeah.
know, people are gonna probably break down crying in the middle of it.
I actually wonder when I went to funeral home sometimes. I'm like, how do these guys do these jobs?
Yeah, I think a lot of people too, if you haven't gone through it, you don't really know what to expect,
Yeah.
right? So that's kind of where we come into play to help people.
Yeah.
And I think, obviously I'm not dumb to the situation when I tell people what I do for a living. They're like, oh, that's kind of weird, right? Like, I get it. But I think when you go through it, you kind of understand what we do a little bit more, I suppose.
right.
It's not just like all the backroom type stuff. Like, obviously, yeah, that's included in what we do. But also, it's like a lot of consoling. You have to read a room, be able to kind of help people go through it,
Right.
be there for them. I mean, there's a lot that goes into it. And I think people appreciate what we do once, unfortunately, they have to go through something
Right,
like that
right.
with someone close to them.
And sooner or later, everyone's gonna have to deal with it. That's just natural part of life. You're gonna deal with it, one way or another. Either you're gonna be at a funeral home, or you're gonna be the one,
You're gonna be no, I was gonna say entertainment, but I was gonna say you're gonna be the reason for it, or you're gonna be part of it.
Mark's is gonna be throwing a.
Yeah. Well, people love you. They love you.
When they don't know who I am. Like
No, they do.
When
They
I
love
go,
you.
When I go in my CVs, when I'm not dressed up and they ask me like, what you do? You're a priest? It's like same thing with you.
Yeah.
You're what?
I try
funeral
not to
director?
I try not to tell people what I do for a living. I don't like
Me
to,
too.
Yeah. Well, you get the 1,000 questions, and it's like,
Awkward.
yeah.
That'd be a weird Tinder
awkward.
profile.
Well, I don't have one of those, but when you do get questions from that, like you're getting judged by people. You
Oh,
know what
yeah.
I mean? So
I
it
say-
is
for
what
sure,
it is,
for
what it
sure.
is.
When people ask me what I do, I say I sell body parts.
Yeah, and a podcast on the side.
I swear to God,
Yeah,
I sell body
parts,
parts.
yeah, car body
off of
parts,
cars.
but-
There you go. See, you don't have to be specific.
That
Well,
would be
but yeah.
blocked.
Well, I'm gonna say
Why?
is-
Some people definitely want to block me to make I didn't deliver. I'm not
people
that
might be
kind of
into
part.
that.
well, Jay, all I'm gonna say is you're in a profession that's not going away. Not going away.
Oh
you
no,
know? So
it's not getting replaced by AI. That's for sure.
True. I mean, it's changing a lot though too, in terms of kind of like what you mentioned with even the religion of people not being as religious, younger. Kind of what you said. They don't know what to do with mom or dad,
Yeah.
grandma, grandpa. There is a lot
Yeah.
less religion involved, but I guess it is kind of coming back from what I've been reading.
Oh, 100%.
From
have you
thanks to this guy.
Have you noticed that? Because
It's kind of steady. It goes in waves though too. It's a really interesting business how that goes. Like a lot of people don't know the insides and outsides of it really, but like we'll go to a cemetery 3-4 times in a row. It's really weird, and then won't go there for like 2 months.
Oh,
Same
really?
thing with churches. Like we'll go there, see him all the time, and then for like a little while not go to good
So
counsel.
in
or-
our we try not to talk about funerals because once you break the jinx it basically
Ah,
they all
it-
come in
happens.
waves.
they come like in threes, especially before.
Oh, don't start
before
with
holidays.
that. Don't start with that.
No,
Father Greg.
seriously.
Don't
I
start with that.
weird.
I know.
you say that.
Yeah, because I know that too.
So we had one last week. I had one by Modell on Sunday, and we have another incoming 3.
See, every time somebody tells me about somebody like passing away or something, I'm like, I think of like the rule of 3, right? And I'm
Right.
like, I'm not gonna think about it because I'm gonna jinx it.
Right? Don't
yeah, yeah.
And we just say, don't say. Oh, we haven't had a funeral for a while. Like, just
Cut it out.
cut it out. Don't say it. And like Jay said, when people get less religious, they don't have a wake for the
Yeah.
friends because at least in Catholic tradition you have 3 stages,
Right.
symbolizing Jesus 3 days in the tomb. One is for the people, the wake.
Yep.
You say goodbye to the person. You see pictures. You have some kind of reception in the back.
Right.
You can visit each other. Then you have church. You're praying for the person, and then the cemetery, right? So you say goodbye to the person, a Christian, and then you let them go, right?
Right.
And we're seeing that if this is missing, people cannot engage into a proper mourning process, which has 7 stages, right? And everybody goes to different stages at different level, at different point. And they'll just come and use the funeral home or the church sometimes. They'll go to the funeral home, pay for like cremation or something, nothing else. They get the deceased
The urn,
in a box, in an urn, and then a couple months later or years later, come back to church and say goodbye, saying, like a memorial mass. Meanwhile, the grandma is sitting on the
Fireplace.
Fireplace.
mantle, and then there's grandpa and some couple cats and dogs. Then they want to all get
They mix
married. at the
them,
same
then
time.
mix them.
They
Don't forget to
them.
mix them,
They
yeah.
mix them. Yeah,
Can-
I've
can-
had funerals of people who were in casket and their dogs were with them, or I had a person who was in a casket and the spouse was in a urn, and cats and dogs were in there. It's like that was weird, but what do you do?
But
It's just
you-
like it is.
He said that by the
Yeah.
way, not me. I just want to let you know
And
that.
you can
I that's my opinion. I'm entitled to one,
You-
so I'm
you-
not saying
I'm not getting myself in trouble
Nope,
here.
nope, no.
We're
you
in the
have to
business where
accommodate.
we cannot judge.
Right.
But he's a priest, so it's different.
Right. I mean, he's gonna go viral again.
Yeah,
Is what's
yeah.
gonna happen.
Please no,
Yeah.
no.
Father Greg, you can clarify this, right? But because we did this on Polish one, but you can get cremated
Yes,
in a Catholic church.
it is legitimate. It is sanctioned. There's special prayers for that. You have a full funeral mass. Obviously, a burial is going to look different. I mean, some people do go into the ground
Okay.
when they have family plots, and I think the cemetery, at least the Catholic cemeteries, are like 4 in one spot. Like
It depends each section. Each
probably,
one's different.
Yeah. See,
You can do. All
he's
sorts
the
of
pro. He would know.
You-
he would know the details.
He's hard
He'll
to-
let you know.
Father Greg
You
just shows
cannot
up
do
and
that.
does the thing,
I know a thing or two, but sometimes it's just like okay.
And you have to be the ashes have to be on consecrated grounds.
Well, we call that blessed.
Okay, blessed, yeah, sorry.
We don't consecrate anymore. We used to use that language, but it's now blessed. Blessed.
I guess my language. is
Like
old.
you bless your home, you bless yourself.
Right.
You bless.
Oh, so you can keep it at home as long as it's been blessed.
No.
okay.
What I'm saying, the cemetery is they called it hallowed ground, blessed ground,
Got it.
consecrated.
Got
But we understand consecration as total dedication to God.
Oh.
So it's only people who can consecrate it, and sacred vessels like chalices and things like, because it's dedicated to the specific. But like the cemetery is not necessarily that. We call it blessed. It's blessed.
Well, today I learned.
Yeah. So, but Jay is and Kamila are pros, so they'll let you know what and what, and
Yeah.
and like I said,
Hopefully
what I've
we don't
said
have
is just
to,
like
but-
from my perspective, having a funeral mass for 2 cats and a dog, and 2 people at once, whereas we're doing one mass, it's different,
But don't dogs go to heaven now? Didn't Pope Benedict
Well,
say
he
that?
liked cats, so he said probably.
No, I think he said that dogs go to heaven. I don't think he ever said cats.
Well, he loved cats. You could see him playing the piano and cat sitting, on the top.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure I could be wrong,
You
but
can Google that.
Yeah.
Just chat GPT or Grok.
I'm actually curious now. But
Yeah, there you go. See, so, but I don't want to monopolize because this is, the church engaged. So, like Kamila said, we first met at a family function.
Exactly.
She was still engaged to her fiance and doing the apprenticeship, and I had that idea, and then I talked to the big guy.
Right
sitting
there.
in the shadows,
The head honcho.
the head honcho, Mr. Modell'ski, Richard.
See, it's nice to have a Polish guy sitting next to us that can actually pronounce our last name right.
See?
Yeah.
And so,
When I would play baseball in high school and college, they would butcher my last name.
it's okay. People can't say my first
Badly.
name.
Oh yeah.
When I say Marcin, they're like, okay, so Marshawn is coming back. I'm not joking. I've had Marshawn. I've had Marshall, Maurice. Like Marston is my name.
Oh, I
listen,
hate when people say
Martian's closer than a
Kamala.
Marshawn,
Oh,
so.
Listen, when they say my last name, Podwysocki, sounds like Japanese motorcycle. You get Kawasaki, Honda, and then you have all of it. So whatever. So to each his own.
Podwysocki. Can you guys tell we're brothers? By the way,
That's
now?
hilarious.
sense
Oh
of
my
humor.
god. Podwysocki, bro. Oh, that's what I'm saying. That's funny. If you translate it in Polish, it means basically what? That's sake, dude.
It was a terrible joke.
Oh, that's what it says. That's what it means. Padwe means dead, bro. That's But
You can say pod. It's under.
anyway, enough of the jokes.
That's
Got my microphone back.
Are we done with our tangent here?
Yeah. I think we are done. But so ghosts are real, and cemetery is a blessed place. So that's where you should get buried if you believe in God and obviously in a religion.
And when you have a funeral, don't think about yourself. Think about the other person too.
100%.
Exactly. You want to kind of have a place to visit your loved one.
Oh, I thought you meant the person that was dead.
Yeah, that's exactly what I meant.
Oh,
That's exactly what she means
Oh.
too.
Yeah. Well, you want to have a space, if you spread the ashes in the mountains, it's a no-no. Illegally, that's a no-no too.
what? Spreading ashes in the mountains?
Yes.
You can't. Oh, legally you can't do it. Okay.
If you do it,
about in
nobody's supposed to see you
What about in
doing it.
Poland?
And get caught.
Yeah.
When they're caught, they
when
what?
you probably fined.
Very, very.
I'll pay a fine.
And banished from the Catholic Church. No.
I think the military is the only one is allowed to do any other form of like in the Navy, they'll bury you at sea.
Yeah.
But that's about it.
Like Bin Laden.
Which we could,
Don't get into that.
Jesus.
if somebody
I'm not
wants
touching-
it, we could arrange it as well.
I'm
Very
not
let's
touching
see.
that one. We're not.
Listen, that's what I heard. That was a story. So I'll take that with what, a grain of salt, I guess. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway, from the internet. Duh.
The most reliable place on the planet, the internet.
I always say, don't believe everything you read on the internet, and then I read it anyway. But you know,
and, Paul, and then he repeats it to everybody.
Spread the fake news.
listen, I'm not full of good information. I may be full of bad
I'm gonna
information.
have to
So
I'm
go
gonna have to
go.
put a disclaimer on the beginning of this podcast.
Do not listen. Do your own research. DYOR. But anyway,
Don't be an idiot.
Each opinions here are their own. Every opinion on this podcast is their own. You know.
that's right. Nobody. I love how I'm gonna swing this microphone back and forth until somebody gets whacked finally. But everybody do your own research, and everybody's opinion here is their own. All right?
Yeah, no.
I'm not forcing opinions on nobody.
I have
Bin
the right
Laden
op-
did
I have-
die at sea, supposedly.
I have the right opinion though.
See, that's when you're too sure of yourself.
Yeah,
That's when you get called out.
for sure.
But anyway, this is what happens on this podcast. Is we start talking,
Going
and
off
And
the
get
and then
out-
we
rails.
just go all over the place.
Tension.
It's called the TBTS effect.
So just to wrap up, so we and Mr. Modell'd, we have approached Kamila about coming to work for us. I think it's a great fit for both places, and this is to serve the people because there's so many Polish people in Homer that a Polish-speaking person working for both places that can merge both worlds and be of assistance. It was to facilitate that process,
Yeah.
and that was the main point. And she agreed, and she's been working for both places since, and it's working out great.
Yeah.
And that's why we're here.
And that's good. And that's good that you actually know both languages because some people, some Polish people don't speak English very well, right?
I have the other way around, Polish.
Yeah. You obviously do all the English, which
Oh, he
Yeah.
knows a
Yeah.
lot of Polish
I know-
words.
I know,
Come on.
I know some phrases, but that's
I
about
heard,
it.
I heard you.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
heard you talking earlier.
Yav yam.
that was easy though. That was easy.
Resumium.
You know,
A little bit.
That's a harder word.
I
That's a
try
good
to
one.
learn. I was just telling.
Yeah.
It is so hard to learn. I tried to do the Babbel app. It is.
We talked about this last week.
Yeah,
I know a little bit, but like when she's talking on the phone and going like a million miles per hour, I understand like every 50th word.
if you listen to a guy, it'd probably be slower.
Maybe I doubt it, but it's just such a hard language.
It is a hard
to
language,
learn.
especially like we were saying last week that now they had these TikToks and stuff where you had like 4 words in Polish
Seen,
or
saw.
English, and then you had
Yeah.
like 20 words in Polish that mean the same thing, just in a different
Absolutely.
I don't know what
Connotation?
Yeah.
connotation.
I,
is that
would
what
just,
it'd be?
I see this. I don't have a TikTok. I'm too old for that. But it comes up on like Instagram or come on, and
I only have TikTok just to check TBT.
well, you you have a podcast. I don't.
That's true.
There's like 10 words that are so close to meaning different other things. And it's like my head's about to explode.
Yeah, it's
here
a hard
trying to
language.
learn This. So,
That's why I was.
well, my grandparents all spoke it. So like my grandpa who started the business, his dad, and my grandmother spoke Polish fluently and just didn't pass it down. My aunt speaks it a little bit, not as much anymore.
That was a
but-
common thing back in the day, though. Back in the day, the common thing was that if you came to America, you learned the English language. They actually didn't really even want to teach
Assimilate
you.
fully.
Yeah,
Correct.
they didn't really want you to teach you. They didn't. Not that they maybe didn't want to teach you Polish. They just wanted you to simulate, learn English so you can go to school so you can become a success, right?
But there was other priorities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was
So
also discrimination component.
True.
Because
absolutely.
those immigrants were discriminated against, so they made sure that their kids did not go through that experience. Because if you had an accent, it's actually the enculturation theory. Because there was a melting pot, and melting pot theory that everybody's culture got thrown away. So that's why they would speak the language among themselves, but would prevent their children from doing that.
You
So
got
they would not be discriminated against. And that's what people say. My mom did not want me to be singled out in school or else because I had accent. So she would speak broken English to me, but I've learned English exclusively and no Polish. And so
But that is that's probably one of the main reasons why that was. Like the discrimination
You were treated
factor.
different.
The second, the other thing is just assimilation, right?
Did you hear about Dom Polak thing?
No,
You know where it's come from?
no.
Dom Polski. They cannot pronounce it, so Dom Polski, Dom, D-O-M-B.
Yeah.
That was Dom Polski, Polish house, like Highlanders house, like funeral home. You know, Dom Polski. That's where it come from. You know where it stopped? When Pope John Paul II was elected.
Oh, really?
They couldn't say Polish jokes no more because we had the Polish Pope.
That's right.
That's right.
And he was a G.
JP2. JP2, baby.
Yeah.
Passed away on my birthday. I remember. It was a
Well, yeah,
very
that
depressing birthday.
Definitely.
This guy's bringing all the positive energy here.
Definitely a lot of aspects of that of why some people didn't learn. But then after recently in the last 30, 40 years, that changed.
Yeah.
Now, if you know 2 languages, bro, you're
100%. I wish I knew it. You know,
you're good,
it's
you know.
just,
So
But even recently, we had a funeral where the lady grew up in Wisconsin and she had Polish heritage. And the son's wish was for us to say a Polish prayer, even though they didn't know Polish
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah.
But to honor her Polish heritage, we did pray in Polish.
nice. That's good. That's nice. That's and that's
nice to be
that's
able to
cool.
do that.
Exactly.
It's nice to be
Exactly.
able to do that.
Make that happen, right? I mean, maybe other funerals can make it at home, make it happen as well. But you're there on the spot. You probably know the best prayer to choose. You probably talk to the people. Hey, how do you feel about it? Yeah, whatever the conversation may be. So, it's good that we have somebody now here that is both in the church and in the funeral home, that everything can be taken over by not only taken over but taken care of by basically one person or one group of people.
Right.
You guys with the church and with the funeral home, right? Here in Homer, at least. So, hopefully, people out there hear about it, know about it, and hopefully that maybe keeps a little bit of the funerals here in Homer. But I mean,
Keeps it local. What are you trying to say?
That's really the goal, right?
that's what it is, really.
Kind of keep
Keep
people
it
close to
local,
home,
yeah.
a lot in moving out to Homer, Lamont. I mean, right in the area where we're at. I mean, we're not that far from either one. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
know,
Father
and
Greg mentioned that cemetery by Costco on 159th,
a Good Shepherd.
that
Yeah.
it's very
Right there.
large.
Yeah.
It's
Catholic cemetery.
You said it's one of the biggest. You said right? It's gonna be the biggest.
I mean, they got a lot of land out there. It's
Yeah.
just so new that a lot of people, because a
I
lot of
even-
people will come from even like where we were from, Resurrection.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
big Polish
Right, right.
cemetery. I mean, they have their plots there. So once people kind of start migrating out towards Homer, Lamont, wherever, Mokina, New
the
Lenox,
Polish
like all this,
section will be established.
Yeah, I mean, kind of that could happen. I mean, that has happened.
I didn't even know I didn't know originally that it was a Catholic cemetery. I thought it was like a Presbyterian or some other one.
Isn't it Presbyterian?
They opened up in 2005.
Didn't even know there was a cemetery there.
Yeah, I
To
mean,
be
it's kind of
completely
buried in
honest,
there a
not
little
until
bit.
today.
Bro,
Lack of a
I'm
better
foreign,
term.
bro. I
Yeah.
can't say every single word, all right?
Right on
It's kind of
point.
hidden. I shouldn't say
Yeah.
buried in there, but it's kind of. Yeah, it's
a joke. It's a
If
good
you don't drive, what is it, 104th or 108th?
Correct.
I
No,
can't. I remember.
104th.
I know where it's at. Yeah, yeah. There you go. But yeah, it's off the beaten path there a little
Yeah.
bit. But yeah, I mean, 2005 for a cemetery, even
That's pretty new.
I mean, yeah, relatively speaking, for sure. Especially when people are kind of having their plots, like I
Yeah.
said, at some of the older Chicago cemeteries that have moved out here. They still have their plots back in like
Yeah.
our families in Resurrection. That's where all of
So
our
all
stuff
of our,
is. So,
everybody that I have
But, I
as,
mean,
as a resurrection.
Is it
But
the
if-
same?
but if people don't have plots, Good Shepherd's right down there. So
Maybe I should go buy one right now.
that's the easiest funeral procession is Good Shepherd.
That's right.
It's good.
Straight down 159th?
It's Good Counsel to Good
Yeah.
Shepherd. It's going down one street. You can't get cut off. It's great. People don't cut in. It is safe.
You're still gonna get beeped at, but
100%. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
you're not supposed
it's
to.
illegal to
law.
cut off a
I
procession.
know.
Because
aware.
people are listening, so you want to state the law.
We have this conversation so many times, and I don't know if they teach this in driver's ed anymore or if people just don't care. But like when you see a funeral procession, you're not supposed to cut in, cut out.
You're supposed to yield.
You yield to it. Like when you see the hazards, the lights, the stickers there, you're not supposed to cut in, cut out. You stay there for. I know it's inconvenient for 2 minutes.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
My God. But yeah,
Everybody's in a rush.
I don't know if people are just, like you said, ignorant. Like, yeah, for sure, there's people out there that are like that. I'm not trying to get myself in trouble. But I don't know if they get taught this in driver's ed. But yeah, like you said, if you
No,
see
it's
if
in
you,
the actual
I was-
driving.
I-
yeah,
I
but I'm
was-
saying,
yeah,
like,
it's in the
I
manual,
it's in the
but
manual, but I'm
says.
saying like in the actual class, are they being taught that? I don't know that answer.
You know, in Canada, at least from where we were at, you couldn't have funeral processions at our uncle's.
That was actually kind of weird.
Yeah, you couldn't. You couldn't.
But then
do
again,
it.
it was a
Interesting.
huge funeral.
Well, not it didn't matter what size funeral it was. In
So
the
everybody
city.
goes to
It's
takes their
just-
private card and goes already
You have
to
to
the.
meet 'em-
I
You have to
wouldn't
meet
get
them
flipped
there.
off in the hearse at that point.
Yeah, yeah. It's
You
in
see?
Mississauga. Mississauga, you cannot have an actual funeral procession.
Interesting.
I've been to parishes. I've been to. Interesting. I've been to parishes that local funeral homes have a relationship with local police. They'll always have them on retainer, so it will be escorted by police. So they'll block the
Yeah.
streets, escort back and in front. Obviously, because
You got some pull down in Will County, right? You can pull that. You're the man. Everybody loves
He's
you
like, talk
now.
to me off camera.
Yeah, right? Everybody loves Father Greg now.
He's a good priest.
If you can't tell, I just mess with him at every time.
Yeah, he always gives me a hard time.
I
Every
do.
time he comes for the funeral, he says something, and I say whatever.
That is his response every time.
Well,
is
I mean, he
whatever,
walked
but-
in today and you told
I
him something.
did,
He's
I
like,
give
he's
him
like,
grief.
and he said whatever.
Yeah,
It gives me grief, but I guess it's good grief. So
yeah.
You know,
I mean,
keeps it real.
you did bring the church back from the dead, so
Keeps
we'll
it
give you
real.
that.
Well,
yeah, no, you did.
Your dad was instrumental. We have to give him credit. He said you need to take this over.
I mean, I don't know. Do a lot of people know like how close like good counsel was to like closing before you came
I am
in there?
making sure that they do know,
Yeah,
but
I
some
mean-
people still don't believe me.
No,
Yeah.
it was
Seeing
close.
what's going on
like-
right
You-
now.
You definitely brought it up last time you were on.
Yeah,
talking
I don't.
about it.
I don't know if a lot of people know that, but yeah, that church at one point was quite doing really well. And
Well, we
then,
have 10 acres.
now it is.
10 acres of land. If that church closed and that's sold and it's zoned for residential,
Yeah,
if they developed it, it's some serious dollars.
Yeah.
In Homer Glen, homes like that. So but
but we would never like for a while.
You're not
I
planning
mean,
on selling it, are you, Father?
no. What I'm saying is some people were hoping we closed.
Oh,
down.
yeah, I see.
We closed the shop.
Yeah.
Well,
Wow.
for
I
a
hope
while
not.
it was close. I mean, we would never go there for business sake because there just
No.
weren't that many parishioners. And then,
Period.
thankfully for the Polish community, they brought it back. Though, honestly, I mean, without them, that church probably wouldn't.
The description I like to use, and I've heard it somewhere else. So it's not original, but the ship, the plane was flying, barely flying. So if you get more passengers, you can get somewhere, right? And that was the idea with the Polish, and that's the idea with Kamila joining
Yeah.
the team on both ends, because now we're serving certain need in this community, right? That's where people moved out,
And a lot of
moving
people,
in.
and a lot of people are moving out this way, like
Yeah.
we were just saying. So
Right, and you always pray in your first language. Just try it. The language you were brought up. Even Pope. I don't know if you knew this, but when the Pope dies, when they check out for his signs of life, like they have the silver hammer tapping him on his forehead, that they call him by his baptized name,
Oh, really?
baptismal name, in his own language.
Ah.
Karol. That's what they did to Pope John Paul II in his native tongue, because you react to it. You pray in your first language. That's why funerals are so sensitive. Funerals in native tongue are so crucial to people, and that's why offering this on both ends is so significant. It's not just something that is very good, but also people are sensitive.
Yeah.
How many times have you guys received calls? Do you offer service in Polish? Is there anybody I can talk in Polish? And
It's
they
the
will go-
comfort.
It's the comfort.
Yeah. I mean, I primarily speak English now, but
like what you were saying before
Well,
when we were talking
But
about
do you
asking that
pray in
question.
English or
I pray in Polish.
there you go?
Everything I do regarding anything regarding religion is Polish.
Same.
Well, even you were saying that you're not Kamila. We were like,
Yeah.
I pray in Polish, but I couldn't probably know the English version of
I
it.
don't.
off- yeah.
I can't.
I
tell
pray
you,
Polish when I'm in an English mass.
I couldn't tell you. Yeah.
Swear
It's
to
like
God,
even
same.
it's like
Well, 'cause
second.
you know
I don't
the-
even think about
I
it.
mean,
It
with the
just
Catholic
comes.
mass, you know what's going on.
Yeah.
Well, that's what it is.
Yeah.
I know what they're saying because I can understand it. Obviously, I speak English.
So,
right?
like, even when we
but
were
I'm like, all right, here's my call
You-
for
yeah,
this prayer in Polish.
Like even when I was down on Pulaski, like we would have a lot of Spanish masses. And
Yeah.
I can understand Spanish a little bit, but like never to the fact of being,
Right.
fluent in it. But I knew exactly what's going on in the mass, even in Polish. Good luck with that with me. But thank God we have her. But like I know what's going on, because
Yeah.
I'm Catholic.
Yeah.
Obviously, I go to mass, so
If I-
I know where we are in the mass at all times.
If I go to an English mass, you ask me to say Our Father, I'm like, I can tell you like the first 10
Oh,
words.
yeah.
And
In
then,
English?
and then that's it. That's where it stops.
Yeah.
And then I'll
That's
do
with
everything in
everybody
Polish.
though. You ask like my Spanish friends, and they'll be like, "No, I only pray in Spanish. I don't know how you pray in English."
I-
It's just-
I'm the
I
same
will-
way.
because you're
I
just
will-
comfortable with it,
Yeah,
right?
I will
Whatever
never
you're
go to
comfortable
confession.
with.
I will never go to confession in English.
Me either.
Yeah.
I went once.
I don't even know
I
where
don't
to
even-
start.
I don't
You
even know
could
how
go
to
to
start
an
it.
English.
Yeah.
You could go to an English priest and just start saying stuff in Polish,
Yeah.
and you wouldn't have no idea.
Unless it's Father Greg.
I'll
yeah.
give you
I can't get that
absolute-
trick on me.
Then you're in trouble with that one.
Guys, like, yeah, sounds tough. Do 10 Hail Marys.
Yeah.
I have something funny because when I was a seminarian first for the Joliet diocese, we had I think we still do. I'm not 100% about that, but Spanish immersion, right? And I asked to go for Spanish immersion because I didn't want to see Mexico,
Right.
being a student, right?
Free
And
travel.
maybe not
Nice.
Riviera Maya or
Sure, that's the
something like
reason.
that.
That's the reason.
But
Get that glowing tan down in Mexico.
you know, when Bishop called me to send me to Canon Law School, he told me, I'm sending you to study canon law in
Spain,
Spanish-speaking
yeah.
country, and I got pale because I thought he's sending to Mexico, and I'm like white. I look like
pasty.
that. Pasty white. They're gonna hijack me for ransom. They're gonna pay for it.
So you stayed inside.
So, but turned out better. But anyways,
Which you went to Washington, right?
Washington D.C. Yeah. I wanted to do Spanish immersion to learn because we can pick up the language really
Fast,
and
yeah.
they said you don't need to. You're bilingual. And then I was assigned to a Spanish-speaking parish when there's Polish, Spanish, and English. And guess what? I had to say Spanish masses. I had to do Spanish confessions. Guess who had the biggest numbers of people coming to confession?
Yeah, because they knew you
Because
didn't.
I didn't understand
Exactly.
most of what they were saying.
Yeah.
I could just pick a word here and there. It's like esposa this and that.
That's
Like,
why they were
okay.
comfortable.
Oh,
They
yeah.
were like,
That's like,
he's
how
not
is
gonna
that
remember
fair?
me.
How is that fair? Because
Yeah.
the language. Right?
Does it count?
It does.
Does it?
What I need to know, or any priest has to know, is one sin to give you absolution.
Oh, okay.
And that's my fault. I don't speak your language.
There you go. Now we all
Good to know. Good to know.
If the priest speaks your language, then you better.
So basically, I go to English. I go to English confession, say my first sin in English, and then the rest in Polish.
Yeah.
That's the loophole.
There's one way
That's the
around
loophole.
it. Yeah, for sure.
Priest has to have something to forgive you for.
Yeah, yeah.
You know.
My friend has sort of a loophole like this too. She always says, "I only pray to baby Jesus. I feel he knows less. He's more forgiving."
See, they all got theories on things, so some working.
Why are you looking at me about theories, man? Why are you looking at me about theories? I don't know no theories.
Get the tinfoil hats out.
One day we will do an episode with tinfoil hats. 100%. I promise you that's gonna happen.
But,
I don't know what we're gonna talk about.
Yeah.
Huh?
You know that does work.
What tinfoil
It does
hat?
work, yeah. Because when you have your router and you cannot get enough reception, you put the tin foil.
foil, yeah,
behind it,
yeah.
And it's going to magnify, the reception.
Father Greg, if you ever want to come work in IT, I got a position open for you.
I think he's got enough jobs as it is.
Yeah,
Three,
guy wears
four?
many hats. That's
He
for
does.
sure.
Yeah,
Busy
exactly.
man.
But glad you guys came on.
Yeah, thanks
I'm
for
glad
having
you
us.
guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Glad you guys that you're working for both sides, both the church and the funeral home. Glad to have you on as well, Jay.
Hold on, I have
nice
a
meeting you.
question. I have one more.
What you got?
Here we go.
I'm curious.
Did he
I'm
save
curious.
to the last minute to ask the really?
No,
messed
I've
up
been
question?
Listen,
trying-
we could go another hour if we need to.
I've,
So
I've been trying to say it, but I don't want to interrupt anybody. Have you guys ever had a situation
here we go.
where
This is gonna get really messed up here.
where somebody passed and they had their funeral, but their kids weren't part of that religion anymore?
Yeah, I mean that happens. I wouldn't say a lot, but I mean, you get disagreements with families.
What if they have a completely different religion though?
Well, yeah, I mean, sometimes they'll bring in a couple different people. Like if you're doing like a chapel service or something like
Yeah.
you've done for us, they'll do primarily one in the one religion, and then depending on how well families get along with one another too,
right.
and how much they want to kind of give in and whatever, and they'll bring in somebody else for another prayer. So otherwise, some people will just kind of sit out the religious aspect of it if they don't agree with it, or sit outside the church. We've had that happen.
I'm just
before.
curious if there's ever like a situation, right, where it's like,
Yeah, I mean,
there
in a
was maybe,
perfect
like, a
world,
disagreement or
in a perfect
something.
world that would never happen, right?
Yeah,
But I
right.
mean, not every family member gets along with one another.
True.
That's when you kind of, I mean, that's where we come into play too, right? Where you got to read a room,
Yeah.
help out with the situation, and that's kind of part of what our job description and what we do.
I was
But
just curious.
I think you were curious in the sense, like, do you guys ever call the cops because some
Is it-
I'm not
disputes
saying
happen?
that,
I mean,
but-
I've called cops
Really?
before
That
at
bad,
the funeral
huh?
home. Yes,
that bad.
it does happen, but usually, like,
He wants
with
to say
two,
something.
two
I'm gonna start knocking on
religions.
wood here before that happens, and I have to do that.
This is why I have not allowed for like
eulogies to take
eulogies in the
place.
church.
Thank
because-
you for that, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Right.
I appreciate that.
Because I've heard like, oh my gosh, stuff that happened.
Yeah.
It's just like.
We've heard it all. We
Yeah?
just sit through for 15, 20, 25 minutes worth of eulogies.
No, but
and
the
it's like,
stuff, like, I'm glad
It takes
that,
a sour turn sometimes,
Yeah,
and you're
okay.
saying the stuff
like
in the
someone
church.
Goes,
Yeah,
gonna say deliver eulogy and says, "I'm glad that MF is dead." It's like Jesus.
Or yeah,
I mean, we're not gonna go there
Right.
anymore.
Like the language in the
cut
church,
cut the
yeah.
mic.
Yeah, sometimes that does happen where like language becomes a problem in the church.
Or they
you
start
know.
playing music or
Yeah.
some other things, or
But yeah, thankfully that doesn't happen
I'm gonna
very
s-
often. What you were asking, but
Yeah.
sometimes it does.
Is it
Yeah.
okay to serve alcohol at your funeral?
you mean like at the
Awake?
as
Sure.
as
Or
long as
afterwards.
as
After.
long as it's
Yeah, I mean, that's the one
not
thing-
affecting your driving
Yeah.
and you're being taken
Yeah.
care
True.
of.
Yeah, so that's the one thing that we do. Like we recommend people to bring like drinks, not those types, but like water pop. But that is the one thing that we do ask families not
All,
to. Not
all
to
I'm
bring
saying
in.
is, if
Well,
it
they don't
ever
make-
happens,
they
I
don't-
want
yeah,
people
see-
to pop a beer at my.
Some funeral homes do allow that. We don't.
Oh,
Just
okay.
because I don't, and my dad and I think very much alike in this. Like, it doesn't mix well. When you're mixing emotions
That's
and
true.
alcohol
That's
too,
true.
and then there's high tensions too between family members sometimes, like, you don't want that to deal. I mean, whatever happens in the parking lot, people do that, obviously. You see
Yeah.
that sometimes. But, like, we do not allow that in the yeah.
I didn't even think about that. I've never like drank like during like a wake or anything like
I don't think
that.
you're supposed to. So
Yeah, you're right. I mean, and then the
It's
the
time
emo-
of reflection and prayer.
Well, and then the
Martin,
emotions
the
mix,
priestess
too,
thing,
so-
it's not
silent,
at a party,
so-
bro.
right.
Well, American wakes are
Well, no, I've
quite
not-
different
not
than
illegal.
Polish
I've
wakes.
I've also never done it. I've like that's never even crossed my mind to do it in a parking lot or something like that. I've never done it.
Well,
right?
some people, unfortunately, that is what they do. So, but like I said, as long as it's not, we don't allow it inside the funeral home. There are families that do the
Ah.
parking lot thing, which
Interesting.
whatever they do out
Tailgating.
there. I mean, still wouldn't recommend doing that, but
Well,
I'm not
technically,
gonna-
to serve alcohol liquor, you have
you
to have a license.
Yeah,
Mhm.
So you can get in trouble if you do that.
I definitely know a thing or two about that.
Licensing.
The
Or getting in
license-
trouble.
Liquor licensing. It's getting in trouble.
You need to be precise.
trailer.
Because AI is going to cut
right,
you off,
tipsy
and you're going to
trailer.
say, something about liquor licensing.
I had to obtain them illegally.
Father Greg's just here to give me something,
He
Give me-
knows
give
what,
me some
about getting tipsy.
hey, I'm just curious. Maybe it's an avenue my business is gonna go down.
Martin shows up at the nearest funeral home.
Celebrations of
For this-
life at other
But
places.
You need to do full disclosure right now. You have a business.
Oh yeah, tipsy trailer. Yeah,
You have Tipsy Trailer. He has a trailer that's like a full.
You know
bar.
what? That's what you sent me.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That's the dude.
Okay.
That's
well,
me.
there you go. And nobody can pronounce your name. That's who.
That's why it's tipsy trailer. Yeah, it's easy to pronounce.
Yeah.
Not Martin's trailer, it's Tipsy trailer. That's funny.
It's Marshawn, right?
Oh, God.
A Martian.
Yeah.
You
I've
could have
heard
went
that.
by Martini.
No, what's funny is up until like second grade, I did go by Martin, and so my siblings call me Martin, but nobody else does, and I don't let anybody else do it because I got in trouble for my mom.
Oh,
When
yeah,
I was second-
absolutely.
second-
I always
like-
call you Martin.
She's like, "That's not your name," blah blah blah, and so I was like, all right,
Martin.
ever since then, it's Martin. It's because you see me too much.
It's a good thing, though.
No,
Now we're starting to get
This
into
guy.
some
Yeah,
big
this guy.
family rooted
Once a
stuff.
week is
He's going to be
enough,
saying
yeah.
a eulogy at my funeral one day.
I know.
It ain't going to be nice.
Yeah.
Cut the mic. Cut the
mic.
mic.
All right, it was glad to have you guys on. This
Yeah,
was a good
appreciate it.
time.
We're glad.
Kamila, thank you for coming. Jake, thank you for coming.
Absolutely.
Father Greg, thank you for being guest again. Is it your first second appearance guest that we got?
You're the first second appearance. Yeah.
For multiple attempts, but you're the first
No,
one.
no. We're lying. We're lying.
Why? Who's the second one? Who's the first one?
Big Z.
Oh, yeah, true. But he was a host. Different story.
Seriously, dude.
He's a host.
Seriously, dude.
We were looking for you at that time.
Yeah.
Marcel's gone.
You knew exactly where I was.
We
I was
do
like,
know Big Z, so
Shout out to Big Z.
exactly.
Yeah.
He knows who he is.
And also shout out to TBTS podcast. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe.
That's right. If you made it this far, you gotta subscribe.
Yeah, you don't have a choice.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you guys.
Absolutely. Thanks for
Everybody.
having us.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Have a good
See
night,
you later.
everybody. Happy Easter.
Happy Easter, that's right.
You should probably put